Phrasal verbs are a distinctive feature of English that involve the combination of a main verb with one or more particles, such as prepositions or adverbs. These combinations often create idiomatic expressions with meanings that may not be immediately evident from the individual words. Phrasal verbs are used extensively in both spoken and written English, contributing to the richness and flexibility of the language. Here are some common phrasal verbs along with examples. Look after, to take care of someone or something. 1. Example, she looks after her younger brother when their parents are at work. Turn up, to arrive or appear unexpectedly. 1. Example, I didn't expect him to turn up at the party, it was a pleasant surprise. Give up, to surrender or stop trying. 1. Example, despite facing challenges, she refused to give up on her dream of becoming a doctor. Break up, to end a relationship. 1. Example, unfortunately, they decided to break up after being together for 5 years. Bring up, to mention or introduce a topic in conversation. 1. Example, he didn't want to bring up the sensitive issue during the meeting. Take off, to remove clothing or to become airborne. 1. Example, it's getting warm, I think I'll take off my jacket. 2. Example, the plane is scheduled to take off in 20 minutes. Look forward to anticipate or be excited about something in the future. 1. Example, I'm looking forward to our vacation in the Bahamas. Run out of, to exhaust the supply of something. 1. Example, we ran out of milk, so I need to go to the store. Put off, to postpone or delay. 1. Example, the meeting was put off until next week due to scheduling conflicts. Bring down, to reduce or lower something. 1. Example, the new policy aims to bring down the cost of healthcare. Set up, to establish or arrange. 1. Example, they set up a new business in the city center. Come across, to find or meet by chance. 1. Example, I came across an interesting book while browsing the bookstore. These examples illustrate the versatility of phrasal verbs in expressing a wide range of actions and concepts. Learning and using phrasal verbs can greatly enhance your English language skills and make your communication more natural and fluent. Look into, to investigate or examine. 1. Example, the detective promised to look into the mysterious disappearance of the valuable painting. Cheer up, to become happier or to make someone feel happier. 1. Example, his friends tried to cheer him up after he received the disappointing news. Give in, to surrender or yield in an argument or a struggle. 1. Example, after a lengthy debate, he finally gave in to her persuasive arguments. Hang out, to spend time together in a casual manner. 1. Example, we used to hang out at the local coffee shop every weekend. Put up with, to tolerate or endure a difficult situation or person. 1. Example, she couldn't put up with her noisy neighbors any longer and decided to move. Run into, to unexpectedly encounter someone or something. 1. Example, I ran into an old friend from high school at the grocery store. Come up with, to devise or produce something, usually an idea or a solution. 1. Example, the team worked together to come up with a creative marketing strategy. Break down, to stop functioning or to experience an emotional collapse. 1. Example, unfortunately, the car broke down on the way to the airport. Give away, to donate or distribute something for free. 1. Example, the charitable organization decided to give away blankets to the homeless during the winter. Look up, to search for information in a reference source. 1. Example, if you don't know the meaning of a word, you can look it up in the dictionary. Take on, to accept responsibility or a challenge. 1. Example, she decided to take on the difficult task of organizing the event. Break into, to enter a building or place unlawfully, often for criminal purposes. 1. Example, the police arrested the individuals who attempted to break into the store. These examples showcase the diverse range of meanings and usages of common phrasal verbs in everyday English communication. Remember that understanding and incorporating phrasal verbs into your language skills can greatly enhance your fluency and comprehension.